Hey signers, welcome to Learn How to Sign. We are so excited about our brand new course called Introduction to ASL. In fact, in this video, we're going to give you one of the lessons. But first, I want to share a little bit about the course. This course is intended for beginning signers and ones who want a refresher. In this course, we will cover the alphabet, numbers 0 through 30, greetings and farewells, questions and responses, exchanging information, conversation signs, common signs, and so many more grammatical features of ASL. As always, we put an extreme amount of time and effort into planning and producing a quality product that we know will expand your ASL knowledge and skills. Not only are we offering vocabulary and lessons, but also activities for you to practice and review after your lesson is complete. Now, what are you waiting for? Go and check it out. You can go check it out in the link in the description right now. Here's your sneak peek of one of the lessons. Here's lesson 4, questions and responses. Now that we know how to start and end a conversation, what about basic questions in conversation? So in this section, we are going to focus on WH questions, which are who, what, when, where, why, how, which, and yes/no questions, along with simple responses. Once we learn the vocabulary and structure of questions, then in the next section, we are going to use those questions and then learn how to sign more meaningful responses. Once we get started in learning how to sign WH vocabulary, I really want you to notice a corresponding theme with each one of these signs. When you're signing WH words, you need to make sure that your eyebrows go down. This is essential with WH words. You also are going to be signing with it leaning forward, and the WH word is going to go at the end of the sentence whenever you're signing it in a complete sentence. For instance, what is your name? You would sign, you name what you. Notice that my eyebrows are down and I'm leaning forward, and I'm ending with the what at the end of the sentence. Now, let's learn how to sign WH words. Who or who. I like to think of an owl going who, 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 or who. What? What? Your 5 hands are kind of bent in together, moving in and out. What? When? When? Think of the hand of a clock moving around. When? Where? Where? Your index finger is searching like a compass. Where's north? Where? Why or why? You're wiggling or it's pulling out to a Y hand. Why or why? Which? Which? It's like you're balancing which one you prefer. Which? How or how? You're doing the sign how, but make sure that your eyebrows are down because it's a WH question. How? How? How much? How much? Your hands are throwing up into the air. How much? For 4. For 4. In English, this would mean, what's that for? Or why for? For 4. Now that we've learned these WH words, let's talk about how to put them in sentences. Like I mentioned before, we have the sentence, what is your name? How the correct ASL structure would be is you name what you. The what is going at the end, my eyebrows are down, and I'm leaning forward. And this you at the end is what we call a closing signal, and we'll talk about that in another lesson. Let's take another sentence. Where's the book? Well, you're going to ask, book where? Notice, again, my eyebrows are down, I'm leaning forward, and then I have this at the end of the sentence. So, Book where? So you might have noticed before whenever I taught how are you in the last lesson. Well, whenever you're doing how are you, you're still doing the how with the eyebrows down and leaning forward, and then this closing signal that we'll talk about in a later lesson. So, how are you? Well, we'll find out how to sign that response soon. Okay, now let's learn how to sign the few signs for yes/no vocabulary.
Yes. Yes. Your hand is representing your head nodding. Yes. No. No. It's like the letter N and O put together. No.
Okay. Okay. It's just O and K put together. Okay. Now that we know the vocabulary for responses for yes/no questions, how do we sign a yes/no question? So let's look at the sentence, do you like ice cream? The correct ASL structure would be, you like ice cream? You? Notice my eyebrows are going up. This is a key indicator of a yes/no question. I also end it with you because I'm asking the person, do you like ice cream? Your response could be, yes, no. And as you noticed, when I signed yes, my head went up and down for an affirmation, or no, shaking my head back and forth for negation. Now, that leads us right in to learning affirmation and negation signs. Before we get started, you're going to notice with affirmation, your head is going to nod up and down. It's that non-manual signal that we talked about in the parameters of sign. You need to make sure that in affirmation signs, your head nods up and down. With negation signs, it's going to shake back and forth. Again, so important because of those non-manual signals, a part of the 5 parameters of sign. So let's learn how to sign affirmation and negation signs.
Can. Can. Your fists are just moving forward. Can. Can't. Can't. Your finger is flicking down on your other one. Can't. No. No. You're tapping your forehead like you know that something's in there. But people who know sign language sometimes do the sign no down here. No. Don't know. Don't know. You're flicking your hand away because you don't know something. Don't know. Understand. Understand. It's like the light bulb is coming on. Understand. Don't understand. Don't understand. You do the sign understand, but shaking your head back and forth. Don't understand. I or me. You're just pointing with your index finger towards yourself. I or me. Not me. Not me. You're pointing to yourself and shaking your head. Not me. Like. Like. You're using your thumb and your middle finger and pulling it out from your body. Like. Don't like. Don't like. It's the sign like, but flicking it out. Don't like. Want. Want. You have bent 5 hands, bringing it in towards yourself. Want. Don't want. Don't want. You flick your hands down because you don't want it. Don't want. Not, don't, doesn't. Your thumb is just flicking out from your chin. Not, don't, doesn't.
Now that you've learned some affirmation and negation signs, let's put them into sentences. For instance, do you understand? This is how you would sign, you understand you. Notice the understand, my head is going up and down, affirming understanding. And then this is a yes/no question. So I'm leaning forward, my eyebrows are up, and I'm ending with you. Let's take another one. I can't find the book. Can you? The correct ASL structure would be book, can't find. You? I'm saying the book I can't find. That negation showing that I can't. And then I'm asking, but what about you? Can you find it? Again, eyebrows are up, pointing forward and leaning forward. Now it's time to move to your receptive quiz. Now, this is what you'll expect each time we do these. What I'm gonna do is I am going to either fingerspell or sign something to you, and you are going to write it down. You can watch it as many times as you want, so that way you feel comfortable with this new language. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. All right, let's see how you did. Number 1, how? Number 2, which? Number 3, can't. Number 4, understand. Number 5, no. Now let's move on to our expressive quiz. In this section, what you will do is we will give you a word or a phrase, and then you are going to sign it or fingerspell it. Then, after you're done, I will sign it or fingerspell it back to you, so that way you can get immediate feedback on how you did. Where? 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 No. 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 Like. 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 What? 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 Don't want. Don't want. Don't want. Now, your homework assignment before moving on to the next lesson. Get a mirror and the list of these words. Sign each word with the correct non-manual signal. See how your facial expression is. All right, let's move on to lesson 5, exchanging information. I hope you found that lesson helpful. If you want to continue the rest of the course today, you can go check it out in the link in the description right now. Now go and check it out. and keep learning how to sign.